Every recession in America looks different. Some come from housing bubbles. Some come from banks. Some come from pandemics. But they all destroy the same group of people. The ones who thought, and quote, "It will not happen to me," end quote. In 2008, people thought that. In 2020, they thought that too. And every time, millions were wrong. If you live in the United States long enough, you start to notice something. Every few years, the media starts talking about recession again. Then social media goes crazy. People sell stocks. People pull money out of banks. People suddenly stop spending. But the truth is simple. Recessions are not rare. They are like winter. Nobody likes them, but they always come back. According to Charles Schwab, the United States experiences a recession about once every 6 years. That means if you start working at age 25, before you retire, you will probably live through 6 or 7 downturns. So the real question is not if it will happen. The real question is this: when it happens, where are you standing? The economy always follows the same pattern: growth, excitement, peak, slowdown, crash. When times are good, everyone thinks money will be easy forever. Companies hire fast, salaries go up, stocks keep rising, houses sell overnight, and people start believing one dangerous sentence. End quote. This time is different. End quote. It never is. When the party lasts too long, risk starts to grow quietly. Prices rise. Inflation appears. Interest rates go up. Banks tighten lending. And the engine begins to slow down. The most dangerous part is this: most people only realize what is happening when it is already too late. When layoffs start. When debt becomes unbearable. When their investments are cut in half. Wealthy people do not win because they predict the future. They win because they understand cycles. And they always know where they are standing before the storm arrives. Here is the truth. Recessions almost never happen overnight. It is not like everything is fine today and broken tomorrow. No, it is more like a house being eaten by termites. From the outside, it looks perfect. Lights are on. Music is playing. Everyone is partying. But inside, the structure is getting weaker. And one small push can make everything fall. The economy works the same way. Before things get really bad, there are always signals. Most people just do not notice them. Or they notice and choose to ignore them. The first signal comes from financial markets. When wealthy investors get nervous, they move first. They sell risky assets. They buy safer ones. They hold more cash. Stock prices start shaking, not crashing, just becoming unstable, harder to predict. That is the market whispering to you. Almost nobody listens. The second signal is jobs. When the economy is strong, companies hire easily. You send 10 resumes and get 5 interviews. Salaries rise. Bonuses grow. Everyone feels confident. But when things slow down, the first move is freezing hiring. Layoffs come later. So when you start hearing things like friends struggling to find work, raises getting delayed, companies talking about restructuring, that is not random. That is the economy cooling down. The third signal is in people's wallets. When people feel safe, they spend freely. New cars, new phones, vacations, impulse shopping, no hesitation. But when fear appears, spending drops fast. People start comparing prices, waiting for sales, postponing big purchases. Stores run more discounts. Restaurants get quieter. And a dangerous loop begins. People spend less. Businesses sell less. Businesses cut costs. Workers lose jobs. Then spending drops again. A downward spiral is born. The final and most dangerous signal is credit. When banks become afraid, they tighten lending. Loans get harder. Rules get stricter. Interest rates go higher. Money stops flowing. And an economy without money moving is like a body without blood, slowly getting weaker. These signals rarely appear alone. They arrive together, quietly, gradually, silently. Most people only realize what happened after everything breaks. Prepared people are not smarter. They just pay attention earlier. Here is the part most videos never tell you. Smart people do not wait for headlines. They do not wait for the news to say, end quote, "We are officially in a recession," end quote. By the time that happens, the damage is already done. They act earlier, quietly, slowly, without panic. First, they protect their cash. When warning signs appear, they stop wasting money. Not because they are scared, because they want flexibility. Cash is not about being rich. Cash is about having options. When others are forced to sell, you can wait. When others are desperate, you can choose. During every downturn, the people with cash breathe easier. The second thing they do is control their debt. Debt feels harmless when income is rising. Credit cards, car loans, mortgages, business loans, everything looks manageable until income slows down. Then debt becomes a trap. Smart people try to pay down high-interest debt, avoid new unnecessary loans, lower monthly obligations. They know one truth: debt is easy on the way up, deadly on the way down. Third, they secure their income. They do not depend on one paycheck. They build backups, side skills, freelance work, online income, extra certifications. They ask themselves, if my job disappears tomorrow, how long can I survive? Most people never ask that question until it is too late. Smart people prepare early. Fourth, they do not panic in markets. When stocks fall, most people do two things: they freeze, or they sell at the bottom. Both are mistakes. Experienced investors understand this. Market crashes are painful, but they are also normal. That is why many long-term investors follow guidance from institutions like the Federal Reserve and invest through stable platforms such as Vanguard. They focus on long-term plans, diversification, consistent investing, not emotions. Finally, smart people protect their mindset. This is the most important part. Recessions attack confidence. You see bad news every day, layoffs everywhere, markets falling, people panicking. Fear becomes contagious. Most people make terrible decisions in that state. They quit too early. They sell too low. They give up. Smart people do the opposite. They stay calm. They learn more. They observe quietly. They know something history has proven again and again. Every crisis ends. Every downturn passes. And every recovery creates new winners. The question is not whether the storm will come. The question is whether you will be ready when it does. Every recession creates two groups of people. The first group says, and quote, I just want to survive, end quote. The second group says, and quote, I am getting ready, end quote. Both go through the same crisis, same bad news, same layoffs, same market crash. But years later, their lives look completely different. Why? Because of what they do during the storm. When prices fall, most people see danger. Smart people see discounts. Stocks drop. Houses get cheaper. Businesses struggle. Everything looks scary. But behind the fear, opportunities are quietly forming. This is why investors like Warren Buffett always repeat the same idea. Be greedy when others are fearful. Not reckless. Not stupid. Prepared. During crashes, great companies get sold cheaply. Not because they are bad. Because people are panicking. They need cash. They are afraid. They want out. So they sell. And prepared people buy. But here is the part nobody likes to hear. You cannot do this if you are drowning in debt. You cannot do this if you have no savings. You cannot do this if you are living paycheck to paycheck. That is why preparation matters more than timing. Most people think success comes from predicting the future. It does not. It comes from building strong foundations. Emergency savings, low debt, stable income, basic investing knowledge. These things are boring. They do not look cool on social media, but they are what separate winners from victims. During recessions, many people freeze. They stop learning. They stop trying. They wait. Smart people do the opposite. They upgrade skills. They study markets. They build networks. They look for gaps. Because downturns destroy weak systems and create space for new ones. Many famous companies were born in crises. Many careers were rebuilt in recessions. Many fortunes started when things looked hopeless. The difference was mindset. Some people said, and quote, I cannot do anything, end quote. Others said, end quote, what can I do with what I have, end quote. And that question changes everything. Here is the truth. Recessions are not fair. They are not kind. They are not gentle. But they are honest. They reveal who prepared, who depended on luck, who avoided responsibility, and who quietly built strength. You do not need to be rich. You do not need to be a genius. You just need to be intentional. Because when the next crisis comes, and it will come, you will be in one of two positions, looking for help or being ready. And that choice is being made right now, every single day.